Hello, welcome to VO's Journey. Today's topic is, do you look professional to possible clients? And am I able to accept business from them? All right, let's dive into this. This is, I think, an extremely important topic that we overlook a lot because we're so focused on our craft, as well as possibly having other people, agents, or websites, freelance websites, pay-to-play websites do this for us. So we're going to talk about this. Really important today, especially with a lot of experiences I've been having with voiceover actors and animators, artists in general, since I've been, on top of everything we do at a VO's Journey Lead Academy, right? Academy Voices Entertainment. We are, putting together a new animated series called Skyborn. So really excited about that. And but anyways, so let's go ahead and dive into this topic today. This is, of course, a VO's Journey, and my name is Anthony, and this show is about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business and sidestep all the crazy things that I seem to step on. We're going to be diving into this idea of professionalism and how do you do it? How do you look professional? I'm going to make it short and sweet. I'm going to give you some real good pointers here about how to look professional and how to accept business. All right, so first and foremost, please accept that not everybody who we're going to work with, especially as freelancers or independent artists, okay, voice actors, independent voice actors, meaning that we're not going through the union or something, there are going to be a lot of opportunities for us that are not available to anyone else. There's going to be a lot of independent filmmakers, studios, small businesses who are looking for a variety of services from us, okay? Whether it's us to do a short commercial for them, us to dub something, us to do some independent character work, to do some documentary, to do some e-learning, whatever, okay? There's opportunities for us, okay? Now, the first thing we've got to do, especially as an independent person who we are trying to get work, is we've got to look professional. We got to look professional online, meaning we need to have and I'm not saying you need a website actually. Okay, I think this can be done without a website to start, but you need either a website or you need a digital flyer, something that you can share with someone, whether it's one page, 2 pages, something that has, links to like a SoundCloud maybe where you have your voiceover demos on, and then a picture of you, and some information about what you do, what you don't do, how you accept payment, how much you charge, how long does it take to deliver the voiceover. This is so important to you looking professional. I can't tell you how important this is to go beyond, whether or not I'm good enough, whether or not people like my voice. Okay, these are questions you're always going to ask. And a lot of times, I'm just telling you, so much of this has to do with, because as I'm hiring people or trying to, it's difficult. And I'm being honest with you guys. It's been really difficult, and I'll tell you why it's been difficult. Not because of talent, okay, but it's been difficult because people aren't making working with them easy. All right. First off, there's always a ton of hoops that we got to jump through. Think about it. As a voiceover actor, I do it too, and I've done it, and it's really made me rethink a lot of things, and a lot of it is well, let me go through it. So asking a lot of questions is good, okay, but it can come across over time, like you got to show me the goods here. You're just asking me questions. This is great. You know what I mean? Like, show me what you do. Okay. It's really important to make sure that if someone comes to you and they're like, hey, Anthony, I'd like to, I'm looking to do I'm dubbing this in English. It's for a smart nav app, and this is out of Germany or something. What do you charge for dubbing? Well, you need to know what you charge for dubbing. Can you show me any samples of some work you dubbed? You need to have samples of dubbing. Now, if you don't have samples of dubbing and you're going for jobs that are for dubbing and stuff, you need to put something together. You need to learn about it. You need to put some demos, some samples together, because you're not going to just have it unless you put it together first. Okay, and if you don't know how to do it, right, learn through either watching YouTube videos, joining like VO's Journey Lead Academy or wherever, a community that you got to learn these things and you've got to put them in place so that when you are going for business and someone reaches out to you or they present an opportunity and you reach out to them, you've got to look like you know what you're doing and that you've done it before. First thing. Second thing, make sure that you, and this goes back somewhat like as a caveat from the first one, that you are actually sending someone something that is at least 80% of what they're looking for, right? If I am trying to work with you, I'm trying to hire a voice actor to do a character spot of an evil villain, don't send me a, documentary voiceover that you've done for, Fish or something, or, like some, you know what I mean? Don't you send something, a monologue, some work you've done as a character villain. And if you haven't done any work, you've got to make it first. Like, you got to create it all first, all right? And have it packaged in a way to where it looks professional, meaning, like, again, like I said, have a digital flyer, have something where you can, like, it's a PDF file that you can share that says, hey, here's links. You can listen to my demos that I have that are actually for this. Have it listed out, character, evil character, especially if you're going for particular work. And yes, this means that you're going to have to create a lot to start. This is part of the learning process, part of getting going, right? How much it costs to work with you. When are you going to deliver? And this goes for everybody. This isn't just, and this is just the voice actors. This is artists, animators, a lot of independent people who are not in a studio and if you notice, as you go to other places, right, that are bigger, what you notice about them, they have a price structure built in. They have time for delivery. They have the rules and how they operate. We have to do the same, all right, because we are a business. Even though we might be independent by ourselves, not a team of people, we still need to present ourselves that way. So that's so make sure that you have a PDF flyer, you have something, right? If you have a personal website, make sure on your website that all of those things are easily pointed out. They look good. I can't tell you how important it is for voice actors, anybody, and artists to look like, for the stuff to look good, to look professional. Formatting looks right. The things look like you know what you're doing. And yes, I'm agreeing with an argument that, hey, listen, I'm a voice actor. I'm not a designer. I'm not a website designer, all this stuff. I agree. I totally agree with you. However, perception of your professionalism says something, all right, to that, if they have a perception that your professionalism is lacking because of other parts, what are they going to think about your voiceover work or your artistry? Right? If you don't take that seriously, are you going to take the other things seriously? And this is not, it's not meant to be a bashing session. I don't know, my throat's dry this morning. That's not what this is about. This is about me learning a lot about trying to work with more independent creators and voice actors, artists in general, for some of the new ventures that I'm doing, right? And it is a challenge for these very reasons. And it's very interesting. Now, I think the third thing would be, how can you get around this a little more easier? I think, especially starting off, that's where platforms like freelance platforms come in, pay-to-play platforms, somewhere where you can be on a platform where you can offer your services, where you can send them there, right? And, they can see your portfolio, they can accept payment from you, they can see what you offer, what you don't do. It looks good, right? Because it's nicely set up. It's easy to understand how to pay you. There's some sort of guarantee. I can't tell you from a standpoint of a buyer. And remember, in a perfect world, you know what I mean? Everybody would just, everything would be easy, perfect. Everybody would get, like, it would be easy to find what you're looking for. Everyone has exactly what you want, and as the seller, right? You're a voiceover artist or other artists, like, you send, it's easy to where you send people their stuff and they get what you do from immediate. That's just not how it works. It is not how it works at all. And I have to be honest, there's a lot of times that a lot of people, including myself, have no idea what a process is. I mean, like how the whole process works from beginning to end. How do you get from point A to point Z? I mean, these are things that I think it's interesting when you're on the other end of buying and trying to put stuff together. You don't think of it like that when you're selling, right? Like, what does the client going through? And how am I, helping and facilitating them, especially if they have no clue? Sure, there's always going to be people who work in the field who have a clue, but a lot of them who do that, let's be honest, especially as independent people, it takes us a while to get to those people because those people already have people. They already know people. So a lot of our offerings as independent people, newer voice actors, newer artists, is going to be newer people, newer clients, newer studios, newer creators, newer businesses coming in looking for these services that we offer. So we have to be tailored for that, meaning we have to be over the top explaining what we're doing. Okay? These things are vital to you standing above everyone else. Because I can tell you already from my personal experience over the last couple weeks, it has been night and day different. Trying I've interviewed hundreds and hundreds of people for this new series, and when I say interviewed, I mean just trying to get information, like trying to see what they do, trying to understand how they accept payment, how they and out of those only 2 or 3, maybe, and really only one. I'm serious. Out of hundreds and hundreds of people had some sort of flyer or something that showed me easily what they do, how they accept payment, what they don't do, how long it takes them to deliver, what to expect, what revisions they have. You know what I mean? This is important. It really is, and it will set you apart from everybody, especially when you're out there searching for work and you're messaging people trying to get work. You need to know, do you email someone and, just ask for work? You know what I mean? Are you cold emailing businesses with no information about what you do or what they can expect from you? I'm learning that we have so there's no lack. Let's be honest, guys. There's no lack in us finding opportunities. There's no lack in us finding artists. We can find voice artists everywhere. We can find animators. We can find concept artists. We can find sketch artists. We can find, any audio engineers. We can find these people anywhere. I mean, you go to any social media platform, type in you're looking for somebody, and you'll get hundreds and hundreds of people coming to you. It's not hard to find people, and that's just going to a social platform. That's not even going to all of the websites that we're all on. So finding people is not hard, but what is hard, this is something interesting, was actually finding people that look like they're professional enough to warrant you spending a large sum of money up front, right? Because as artists, we want to accept money up front for our work so that we feel like we're not going to get shafted on the back end. Now, it's a little different. Voice artists, we usually will offer samples and stuff because it's a lot quicker for us to do as opposed to artists. A lot of times, it can take a lot longer, especially if they're asking for more detailed things. But the point still remains that, if you don't have a way to, walk someone through what they're looking for, what to expect, and how to work with you, it looks very just amateurish, like you're just someone with a hobby, and that might be true. In which case, don't be afraid to share that. You know what I mean? But please, what I think is interesting is the people who are, all of us, whether it's voice actors or artists in general, the people who are commanding super high rates, and they do not have any. It does not look like they're professional enough to accept, like to demand those rates. And again, I want to make this clear. There's more to this than just having exemplary work. There is. Because what good is your exemplary work if it looks like it's just a hobby? Because then it doesn't look like you're really taking it seriously. And this is meant to help, right? This is just something I'm learning. If you take anything away from this video, I'll shut up now. If you take anything away from the video today, let's at least put together a flyer, a digital flyer, one-page PDF that looks really great, has a snapshot of yourself, links to your work that you can put on SoundCloud. This is all free for you to do, right? Identify, what you need from the potential client to work with, the time frame it takes you to deliver, how they communicate with you, what payments do you accept, right? Share that. I'm telling you, it will make a world of a difference, and it will be appreciated beyond measure, because the amount out there that is not doing that is insane. All right. And remember, going to a studio is wonderful, but studios are going to cost, 10 times how much we charge, because they've got overhead, they've got multiple people, they've got janitors to pay, they got a lot of stuff going on. And again, this is not this is not anything about wrong with studios. All right. They're great too. I'm just trying to share with you that everybody has, a strength beyond just our artistry that we're doing. We have to present ourselves as professionals in order to get work. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Also, remember, next week, St. Patrick's Day, we're going to be a new special coming up for VO's Journey, Elite Academy, and all of our courses. So stay tuned. That starts on Monday. Also, Monday is when I get my hip surgery. There's a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, I'm getting my hip replaced. I'm super excited about it just because it's been a long journey. It's been quite a few years now that I've been, just not able to do much physically. So I'm very excited about this. But it'll be next week. So I'll be out for, a few days when it comes to like being able to be online, but it takes usually about 4 to 6 weeks to recover from the hip surgery I'm getting. But I mean, I'm not going to be, after a couple days, I can be back online and stuff. So even if I got to be in from my bed and a laptop in bed. But anyways, but just pay attention to that coming up next week. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful Monday. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.